Yo, 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 what's up? It's the Junkie, and I'm back with a video response kind of to Vin Crew, who did a video on how he collects, and he wanted people, if you wanted to, do a tag and show how you collect. So I'm going to do that. I mean, if you guys seen my short video where I showed you guys how I tag my books, well, I'm going to go through that today and show you that and show you a few other things I use to help me collect comics. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First off, Miss Haley, she just had breakfast, so she's kind of wound up a little bit. She's got her babies in here. What I do is she likes being in the room either with my wife or me, whoever's home. If my wife's home and I'm home, she likes being with my wife, so I don't blame her. I do too. But I bring her bed in here and her blanket so she can take a nap. Because usually when I come in here, I'll come in here for a few hours at a time, and this way she can come in here and be with me and kind of take a nap. But this has taken longer than I thought it would take. I didn't realize I had as many like minor keys as I do. And all I've basically done are the open top boxes. That's it. So all along this wall there, and all along that wall there, I have tagged my books that are either keys, signed, or AOK/contest books. So I'm going to show you guys that, and I have not done any of the closed boxes or these two over here. And what's funny, guys, is these two rows here are books I've gotten this year so far, not including my monthly books. These are just books I pulled from flea market or whatever, eBay, whatever. But yeah, my collection's really growing. Okay, first off, here is my little index card that I made to kind of give me an idea and people an idea of how I tag my books. Now, this is the top, like if you were looking at the top of the book, this is how they would be marked. And I used the painter's tape. And the piece of painter's tape far to the right means it's a signed book, signed by the artist or a couple artists, whatever. That just signifies to me that it's a signed book. If there's a piece of tape in the middle of the book, that means it is a key issue. Now, I was doing strictly just first appearances, big events, or a death of, or whatever. But now I started to go back, and any book that's marked over $40, I'm going to tag it as a key. So just to help me out. So it's either a first appearance, death, major event, or it's a high dollar book. Okay? And if there's a piece of tape far to the left of the book, that means it's either an AAOK or a contest winning. Because I want to be able to, hey, I got this comic from such and such. So what I'll do is if a book's tagged AOK, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll put like a little piece of, here, like these little round colored pieces of sticky things. I'll put it on the back of the book and I'll write who it's from. Okay? So that way I have an idea. 20 years from now, I'll look at my collection and be like, oh, that's book's from, Joker 68, or it's from this person, it's from that person. And it'll just help me remember, because, you start buying so many books and you tend to forget who sent you something, or if you won a contest, what contest it was. But on my channel, I made a separate tab just for like AOK and contest winning, so that way I can go back and kind of look at, hey, this person sent me this, or I won this in a contest, which I thought was really cool. Okay, now these books here are strictly, these three short boxes are strictly all my Punisher books. All the volumes that I have, and like mini-series or one-shots or whatever. So as you can see here, this one's marked because it is the first issue, and it is the first issue of a miniseries, and I believe it's the first appearance of somebody. I'm not quite sure. But that's what that means. It's like this here is the first time Punisher and Moon Knight fought, so I have that marked as a key. Okay? Now this box here, there's only a couple first appearances or key issue. I think this is the first time Wolverine Punisher met, and this one here is Punisher War Journal #1, and it is, I believe there's a first appearance. I'm not quite sure. But it's easy to, if you don't remember what key, what it is it's easy to go to this app I'm going to show you guys and type in the number, and you'll be able to figure out what, why it's marked as key or whatever. Now, as you can see here, I have some books that are marked signed and AAOK. Now this is Punisher POV, and it is signed by Bernie Wrightson, right there, in gold. Right there. And I got these from Chris, over at OMG, Old Man Gamers. But yeah, so he sent me that as an AOK, and so that's why they're marked signed, because they're signed by Bernie Wrightson, and then also it's an AOK. So I'll mark these from Chris, and that's how I do that. So you could see different types of signatures here. Like these here, I got signed at Tampa Comic Con 3 times, and by Carl Potts, Mike Zeck, and John Beatty. So that's why it's marked signed, and it's marked key issue because it's a high dollar book. So yeah, see, there she is, licking the paw and in bed. That means she is done. Now, like I said, these are all my modern books, so these are all marquees. Here's the Venom run, of course. That's, you know, a huge key. If you guys saw my eBay video, I ordered 3 second print of number 3, and the seller sent me 3 first print, so that's pretty nice. These are like the Thanos books, Thanos 13, first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider. I have a ton of them. But yeah, these are all my books that I pull monthly. So there's not going to be any signed, and there's not going to be a lot of key. There's going to be some. This is my Amazing Spider-Man run. And so you can see that this is the first appearance of the Red Goblin, so I have a ton of them. First, second appearance. Yeah, just there's a second print of $7.95. But yeah, that's how I mark these, okay? And like I said, these are all along the wall up until about right here. Starts my monthly pulls. So this box over and all around here is all monthly pulls. Okay, over here is all my Uncanny X-Men, X-Men related, and Wolverine books. So that's what all these boxes here are. So once you get into this collection, you start to get more keys. You know, start to get more key issues. As this box here, you can tell is almost marked entirely all key. Almost the whole box is keys. There's the first appearance of what is it? Assassin Psylocke or something, I don't know, but I have like 10 or 11 first appearances of that. And then here's her second appearance. I have a few of them. And this cover I love because Wolverine's like zoned out, man. She got him mentally screwed. And then here's more of my Uncanny run, and these are all first appearances or deaths or big dollar books. So that's why these are all marked. Yeah, I like marking with the tape. I mean, people, you can mark it with anything you want, really. You can mark it with, I think Spidey Fan said he was going to get a colored a marker and marked bags. You could do that. But for me, the blue tape really makes it pop. Do you know what I mean? It really pops out at you. And yeah, I try to keep the tape, when I put the tape on, I try to keep it uniform. Like I'll put it like right in the middle of the M on all of the books, so that way it's all like, you know what I mean, like kind of uniform. But it's hard sometimes. It kind of skews off a little bit. But yeah, so in my Wolverine collection, here is another one. This one's from Joker 68. This is signed, and it's an A-OK. So I have it marked as such. And here's another one from Joker 68. Shout out to Joker 68. So yeah, so that's how I mark them. And here's, Volume 1 of Wolverine, which is basically the miniseries. No first appearances or deaths or anything, but they are all high-dollar books. That's why I have them marked. And I have 3 complete sets with a lot of doubles of other issues there. And but yeah, here's issue number 1 of the second volume. Big book. Plus, it's the start of his own monthly title. And here is, first time Sabretooth and Wolverine fought. But yeah, that's how I mark it. Now on to the app that I use for signifying key issue. Is I use this app on my phone, and you can get it for your Apple phone, or you can get it for your Samsung or whatever. I have a Samsung phone, so I use the Google, and it is Key Collector Comics. And basically, here's what the screen looks like when you type in a title. Like here they have Amazing Spider-Man. So it's going to show you all the keys in Amazing Spider-Man. Now, there could be hundreds, or it could be 1 or 20 or 30 or whatever, but it'll show you a picture. It'll tell you what is significant about the book here, whether it's first appearance, a death, or, you know, first time in solo series. And then down here, they give you the value of the book, current. So it gives you the value of a low, mid, and high grade book. Okay, and these prices fluctuate from time to time. Now, I don't know how often they update this, but apparently it does fluctuate. So, and you can add it to your collection. That's what this button over here is add. So you can add this to your collection. Now, the only downside to this is that you can't add your entire collection that are not keys. It only adds up your key collection, or books that are in this app. So, but what it'll do is it'll give you a total of what your collection is worth. So if you only collect keys and you only collect like variants or whatever, and it's listed in this thing, then you'll get a running total of what your collection's worth. But if you're like me and I collect a lot of run fillers and I collect a lot of different runs, it's not going to show you the total value of your collection, just of the books that are in this app. But this is what I just found it maybe a week ago. I just started using it. And that's how I've been tagging my books. Now for me, it's taken forever because I have over 20,000 comics. So, and let me go ahead and show you that. And here is my running collection. I have 20,441 comics as of today. And if you see this here, all these blank spots here are either Golden Age books or books that are not listed in the CLZ app for some reason. But that's how I add it. I mean, I want to make sure it's in my collection, so I just add it, and it just comes out as a blank screen. But I know I know that they're either Golden Age books or they're like really obscure books that are not in the app. So if you see this on here right now, that's what that signifies. Okay, and then like here's all your books. Now the beauty of this app is it gives you a running total, and then if you click on a particular letter, let's go to C. Now it'll tell you how many comics you have in the C category. I have 1,063 comics, and you can thumb through. As you guys can see, I have doubles of some books. Now the only thing is it only counts your doubles if you add them in individually. Okay, now I could put in this cable book right here, right? And then let's say I have 2 copies of it. So I could put both copies under this one label here, because it allows you to do that. Like if I click on, and it'll give you info, here's all the info on the book, and then here's quantity. See that number? I could change that to 2 and get rid of this picture here, but it'll take away 1 book from this total. You see what I'm saying? Then I would only have 1,062 comics. So if you want a running total complete, including doubles, you have to add each book in individually. Now let's say you give a book away, or you sell one. This little box right here that I'm hovering over, you click that and then you hit delete, and you can take it out of your inventory. So I love this app. I love CLZ. Somebody had made a comment on my video like, how do I check what books I have and not when I go to the flea market or wherever I go hunting? I use my CLZ app. I just type in the title, and it'll show you all the numbers in the title. Like let's say X-Force, this volume X-Force has 10 books in it. Let's just say, for instance. Okay, and I have 1 through 8, and I need 9 and 10. So 1 through 8 will be blued out. It'll be blue lettering, and 9 and 10 will be white. So that way, the white ones I know I need. So that's how you can tell. And for me, that's the easiest way to do it. Some people write on a piece of paper, what books they have, or what books they need. For me, that's good. If you're going to like a unit, like a place that's more organized, like let's say a con or LCS, you can just go to those titles and look for them. But if you're going to some place that's got like random books and you got a big collection and you have no idea like what numbers of X-Force, cable and X-Force you need, like nobody's going to remember all the titles they have if they have a huge collection. So the CLZ app comes in handy because you just pull out your phone, type in cable and X-Force, and it'll pull up the title, and you'll know which ones you need, which ones you don't, and boom, you're done. So those are the 2 apps I used. Like I said, the key collector app, I didn't realize I had as many minor keys as I do. As you guys can see, all the blue, sea of blue. that I didn't realize I had as many as I did. So it's taken me a lot longer to do it. It's probably going to take me a couple months to go through all these boxes. What I may do is start doing some random like live marking my collection videos. See if anybody's interested in that. Okay, now on Vin Cruz's video, he writes on the box what's in the box, whether it be a letter like J or Avengers. What was cool with him is he had like Avengers like 1 through 100 in one box. So he knows that Avengers 1 through 100 is in that box. And as it changes, he said he just puts a piece of tape over it and he writes on there, you know, Avengers 1 through 150 or whatever changes in that box. And that's a good way of doing it. And, you know, like everybody collects different, and for a long time, that's what I did. I made like little printout labels, and I put on there what it was. Let me see, like right here. See, that was my old way of collecting, is I made a little label that just said strict Marvel. So what was in this box would have been like random Marvel books, okay? But they make these sticky index card holders, and I love them. I saw them on somebody's video. I don't remember who the YouTuber was, but they had them on their boxes, and I bought them, and I put them on my box, and it's probably the best thing that I did. There's different sizes. Here's the smaller index card, but here's the bigger one. But what's beautiful about this is the index card comes in and out. It slips in and out, and it's so easy, and it makes your collection, like, look at my boxes. I like how they look like uniform. You know what I mean? I like how it's all the same. So what I try to do also when I collect is I try to keep it together by title, or not title, yeah, by title, by publisher, and I try to keep it together. Like here in this box here is like Marvel miniseries. So in here is Secret Wars volumes 1, 2, and 3, and Ultimate Marvel Team Up. So in this box here, strictly in here, I know it's a Marvel title, and it's a miniseries. Like this box here is strictly Lady Death. Okay. This box here is all Spawn and Spawn-related books. So Spawn, the regular series, and the 2 miniseries, Dark Ages and The Curse of Spawn. Here is strictly all Outcast books in this box here. Here is, you know, it's a DC box, and it's Martian Man, Dr. Fate, I, Vampire, and Huntress. So I know, like, they're like, this is all independent. This is all Image books here. Here is more Batman books in this box here. So I know what's in here. Like here's DC Mini DC. And these are all the mini series that I have in this box here. Here's Star Wars. Now the companies are mixed up because it's Marvel and Dark Horse. But, you know, it's all, at least I know it's all Star Wars books in here. Now these boxes here have the stickies on them, but they do not have index cards. For the reason for that is these are my monthly titles that I get every month. So these boxes are constantly shifting. Like this box will get full, so I'll get another box, and I'll take some out of here and put them in the new box. So I don't want to keep making cards for something that's going to shift every couple months. So I leave these blank until I know it's set. Like let's say this box here is it's basically all Amazing Spider-Man. So eventually this will come out, and this whole box will be Amazing Spider-Man, and once it gets full, I'll just put a card in there. It's Amazing Spider-Man, volumes, whatever. But that is how I collect, guys. I hope this helps. I hope you guys take something from this. It's a good, I mean, and you can do different ways of tagging your bags. You know, the tape is good, but I'm starting to realize that sometimes the tape, if you don't press it down, it'll stick to the book behind it or in front of it. I haven't really seen any yet, but I noticed that the other day when I was doing it, that the tape, I didn't press it all the way down, you know, like press it against the book, and some of the tape was sticking to the next book. So just be careful when you put the tape on. Spidey fan said he's going to mark it with a marker. You could do that. But I like the blue tape because it really just, it really pops out at you. You really know, you can really tell with, I don't know, with if you marked it with a marker, you'd really have to look at it to see if it was marked. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. You know, this is just the way I do it. You can take this idea, run with it, and improve it in your way. And I'd love to see somebody's video on it because I love watching videos on people showing how they collect and different ways of marking books. But this way I know. See how it like pops? I can look all the way down and I can see the blue tape. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you take something from it. Remember to like, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, do what you got to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, this is just my way of collecting. If you guys have any other ideas or you want to do this video, this is an open tag, so anybody that wants to do it, shout out to Vin Crew for starting it. And it's the Junkie, and I'm out, guys. Peace.